How do you create a free training, webinar, challenge, video series that works today, in today's market? We're gonna talk about it on Authentic Selling TV. All right, y'all, so I'm gonna break some stuff down. Break it down. Oh my gosh. Break it down. When I started, way back when dinosaurs started, I mean, I'm ancient, but free training was different. So free training is, let me back up. Free training is meant to be something incredible that shows your customer or potential customer or prospect why they must buy from you, right? I gots to have it now. So that in today's world can be a lot of different things. It could be a webinar, it could be an event, it could be a challenge, it could be a video series. I mean, it can be a lot of things. When I started way back in ancient world, video series, 3 video series was the thing. You've seen Marie Forleo launch like this. So she'll give you some videos. She may or may not have a webinar, but back in the day it was 3 videos. Call to B-School. Call to action was B-School in the last one. And that's how she launched. And it worked. And I'm sure it still does work. A webinar is a little bit different, right? So you show up and teach a concept and then make your pitch at the end. Challenge, you know, that could be 1 day, 5 day, 3 day, whatever. But all of those things were not available when I started. They've been added into the online world since then. And it's not fair to you, and it's not true for people to say, do this webinar and you're going to get 100 sales. Or follow this exact plan for free training the first time you've ever done it, and you're going to get 10 sales. You know, one of the, you know, we talked about resetting expectations. One of the things that is necessary is to realize getting your first free training under your belt, doing everything that encompasses, is a win. Now, I know you want customers. Of course you do. And I'm not saying that your first free training will fail to get customers. And maybe you've done free training before and you've created it. The problem with free trainings today is that there is so much more available to us than there was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. When I started, we didn't even have video free trainings. My first free training was my first 2 free trainings was on a 1-800 number that people called in and listened to me talk. I mean, like, can you imagine? That sounds so boring now, right? Like, would you ever sign up to call in, listen to me? No slides, can't see anything. I could be doing it naked for all you know, but I'm teaching you how to host a consult. Like, our attention span has changed. That doesn't work anymore. You're used to being able to hear people, see slides, engage. And there's so much. And we're telling and being told, engage more. People want to feel seen. People want to feel heard. And that's true. But the first mistake I think that people are making with free training today, because I can tell you the step-by-step for every modality of free training. As a matter of fact, I do inside of ASU. I literally give you every single step for a webinar. Like, start with, like, how to find your topic. Yeah, how to find your topic. How to make sure that your topic sells. And then literally, how to deliver the webinar. Thank you for being here with us today. This is what we're going to do. We're going to set some expectations. We're going to this, like, literally every step. Step 1, step 2. And I can do that for any of them. Challenge. I lost my train of thought. Challenge. Webinar. Free video training series. And it will work. It will work because the fundamentals of selling don't change. We just have to be able to cater it to you, right? And what you like. However, The first step here is not to ask what your customers want, but to ask what you want. What do you want to do? If your customers say, I want a webinar, and you're like, oh, hell no, it's not going to convert. I'll give you an example. A few years ago, I think it was 2020, it was right before we shut down. I was in an office. Jess came to film some videos. We did a 3-video series, and I said, I'm going to try out a different way. I'm going to follow someone else's process rather than mine, and I want to see what happens. And while that process works for a lot of people, oh, y'all, it was torture for me. I mean, for the first time ever, we had to get a teleprompter. I'm not as good on a teleprompter. For the first time ever, the training videos went on and on and on because I was like, we don't need this. I just want to get to the pitch. But I wanted to honor the steps in that. And so you got to ask what works for you. And if you don't know, here's what I would tell you. Do not start with a video training series. Costs money to film. You know, get it right and then invest in filming if you want to. Get it right. And I can tell you how to get it right inside of ASU. But so what do you want to do? And maybe you're like, oh, no, Kendrick, I want to do a video series. Great. Make sure that you get these steps to have a video series that converts, and make sure you practice it, because it will be wonky as all get out if you don't the first time. So what do you want to do? You want to start with a webinar? You want to start with a challenge? You want to start with a video series? Now, I know you may be thinking, no, I want to do a podcast. I want to pitch media. I've got my opt-in. That is not what we're talking about. I'm talking about an event that is meant to make your customers go, I got to have it, right? That's what we're talking about. And maybe it's an event, an in-person event. So the first thing is to figure out what you want. What gives you the least anxiety? What can you afford to do? And then with all these options available to us, if you have a customer base or a prospect base, ask them what they want, right? Jess and I were talking the other day, and we were talking about a challenge, and she was like, I don't want to show up for 3 days. I want to show up, get the nuggets, right, from the webinar or the whatever, and then hear the sales pitch and go. So we're going to do something we haven't done in a long time. We're going to ask you what you want. I've said this before, but we're going back to our roots. And August becomes ASU month. It used to be sales school month. Kids go back to school. It's time for us to think about going back to school. And so what do you want in a free training? Now, you may say, I don't want a sales pitch at the end. Like, I know I'm going to be sold. I don't want to be sold. Okay, great. That's not what we're talking about here. I mean, yeah, I want somebody to show up and give me all of their stuff and then not sell me. But y'all, I believe selling is helping. I believe that your products change people and services change people's lives. I believe that my products and services change people's lives. So when we get to, oh, here comes the sale getting off, maybe give somebody just a little bit more respect than that. Doesn't mean you have to buy it, but you don't want people doing that to you. And you might learn something. Watch how they sell. Watch how they say it. You don't have to buy the product or service, but, oh, I like how she did this. How could I do something similar? Oh my God, I hate how they did this. Oh my Lord, it took 30 minutes to get to the sales pitch. Not for me. So I'm not even giving you the option to say no sales pitch because, okay, yes, I got that. But I'm going to ask you to take 7 to 10 minutes of your time. And I want to, before you like run away and say, ain't nobody got time for this, before you click off this video, please hear me say this. One of the things that I have promised you is one of my true core tendencies in life. It's generosity. You ask my friends, the people closest to me, they're going to tell you I'm generous. When I came back from neurosurgery, I told you what you can expect here. Being generous was one of those things. And so I am happy to be able to be generous. I love it. Gifts are my love language. I mean, I love it. And I don't normally ask for anything in return. But I'm going to ask you to pause and take 10 minutes of your precious time. And I know how precious it is. Kendrick, I'll get to it later. I've got a customer. Kendrick, I'll do it later. Kendrick, I'll do it at the end of the week. Believe me, I know them all. I say them all. And it's all good intentions, right? But if you could, it will not take a full 10 minutes. Just click the link below. It's a Google form. I don't know why I said Google. It's a Google form. I mean, it's super basic. And answer a few questions for me. Because when you do that, here's my promise to you. I'm going to create the single best free training you have been to in years. I'm going to create a free training that gives you steps to make money, steps to create freedom, whether you buy from me or not. Now, I'm not going to give you all the steps. I'm not. But I'm going to give you tangible, practical, that's another thing I promised you, steps. I'm going to do it right. So take a moment. Put your order in. Consider, I should be in a what are those things called? A uniform when like Flo. Did you ever watch Flo's Diner? Did y'all ever watch Flo's Diner? Oh my God, y'all are too old. I mean, I'm too old for that. Y'all are too young for that. Okay, Kiss My Grits, Flo. Do y'all not know what have you ever heard that? Oh my Lord, Jess is like, no, what the hell are you talking about? Oh my God. Alice, the show Alice, the diner. Oh my Lord. Okay, well, anyway, she wore like this pink uniform and then had an apron over it, and they'd walk up with their pen and their paper and take orders, right? So put your order in for free training. Put your order in. What do you want? Spice Girls me. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Oh, tell me what you want, what you really, really want. You don't have to be my lover. You don't have to get with my friends. But if y'all don't know, I mean, like, y'all got that right. If you want to be my lover, you got to get with my friends. What does that even mean? Does anybody know what that means? Okay, sorry. Not sorry. That's who I am. Put your order in. Take a moment. Give back to me, please. And I promise to be generous to you. I promise to create the best free training you have seen this year. Put your order in. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. The problem with most free trainings is they don't start with what you, the deliverer of the free training, wants. Number two, if you have a customer base, what do they want? Do they want 3 days? Do they want 8 days? Do they want 1 day? What do they want? This is your turn to put your order in. Don't miss it. And thank you. For those of you who will take the time to do this, thank you. No sales pitch coming. Like, I'm not going to trick you and get your email and start selling. That's not what this is about. I literally want you to put your order in. Thank you so much. Oh, and when you're done, go Google Alice's Diner. Like, seriously, y'all. You've got to see Flo chewing her gum, saying, kiss my grits. Like, okay, yeah. I believe in you, and I believe in your business. Bye, y'all.